I remember you. Elephant always remembers. Want to know what I remember about you? Chicken! Wanna go outside and hang out? It's looking pretty bad outside. I've never been outside before. Will you come with me? I'm scared. Here, follow me. We'll step out first.
Well, how long we have destination to get to Oklahoma? We just barely left the town. Okay, I just saying, but I just want to get there. I'm just trying to get this over with. What, you don't want to be part of this too, David? Well, because having to deal with like a kid who's been murdered by an unknown kind of a creature, which is basically called a catnap. It's basically just unexpected thing that's ever happened in our lives. That's like a first time ever been dealing with this kind of stuff. I usually had a life before this happened. Daisy, I don't want to blame you for this. It's just I don't want to make it too difficult for me when I'm dealing with this nightmare. Why do the nightmares all be sudden real, like at every single time? It's like as if they don't even know what they do to you anyways. Of course, that's what it is. I'm sorry I did not even mention you this, because apparently though, every time we've been dealing with this kind of stuff, well, mostly me. I've been dealt with this all my times when I was just a little child, and I never know this could affect you because you're the only friend that I ever trust. Alongside with Gerald. It's true though. I mean, if you know the differences, then you understand. I'm pretty sure you know. Same that goes to every efforts. Anyways, let's see. There is something strange about this place. I mean, no offense though. There's something strange about this area here and down the street. Oh my God. What is that? it's the same kidnap in our dream? But somehow he was roaming around in the city?
Let's just keep driving.
Yeah. I had one of those creepy vibes one time. It's nothing too big, it's just every time we've been dealing with this kind of stuff, it all of a sudden just leads down to the point why everything has all been going down so fast. It's like as if we don't even know what's going on or real or not. It's like as if we found something that's more strange in ethics.
Of course, that's what they all do. That's how much all the stuff we can do. I mean, if I make these differences, then I'm pretty sure it will end up regularly like it was before. I know I dragged you guys into this, so it's kind of like a bit my fault.
It's not your fault. It's just we just want you to understand. Why did you have experienced something that's so much deeper than any of us? It's like as if you know what's gonna happen to you. But the thing is, we're not blaming you just because you've been experiencing this stuff in your past. I just never know this all went down like this. It's like as if I'm watching a staring blank-eyed cat with a blank expression on his face. But sometimes it's just hard to explain it. But realizing that it's just self-explanatory.
I guess it makes sense. So listen, guys. Oklahoma is usually where I live, but that's where it has the Playtime Co.
The Playtime Co?
If my confirm is correctly, the Playtime Co. is the company that made the Smiley Critters before they went out of business years ago.
Was it back in the year 1990s or something?
Yeah, probably the late 90s. And that's how it happens. Because Playtime Co. is usually for fun entertainment for children. Hell, you can even walk in. You can even walk into the entire building. But the sadly thing is, I don't even know where is the Playtime Co. anyways. All I found is just it's abandoned nothingness. It's like it's forgotten. That's why I can't find it anymore, because apparently though, it's like I traveled around everywhere in the entire place. In Oklahoma, I found a Playtime Co. there. It was abandoned. But I tried to go back in and confront my memories. But I didn't make it that well, because apparently though it keeps taunting me with all the bad memories about my past and everything. I feel like I'm afraid to face it, so I just escape. And I went here to this state. And I just don't know when I'm going to face it again.
I understand that you have been some sort of a R&R. Like you just don't want to recharge your batteries. But don't you ever feel like you just want to go back to face it again?
Hard to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
This is unnecessary. This entire area here in state, it just seems like it's very off. I think this is where the kids told me that they wanted me to go.
Where do they want you to go?
It's nothing too big, it's nothing too stupid, but you should know this already. Rumors confirm that they want us to travel through there at that area. Down the street, that's where we need to go.
Okay then, let's get to it.
The entire area of the forest seems very empty. But at most times I found this place a bit more deserted. Where are we anyways?
Part side of Oklahoma. But we can't find anything that's interesting here. I think that's where Jera wants us to be here.
Honestly, the children wants me to be here. But I don't know why. But I had a sudden feeling like something keeps growing inside of me. Like as if it just wants me to give attention. But somehow it's hard to explain it because every time I realize it or connect it with it or try to see if I can find out a way where it wants me to go. But long story short, I'm not sure if this is like the right place for me to be here or no. Somehow it just seems like I'm heading to some place that I don't even know where I'm going. It's like as if I found a place that's just like creepy or abandoned or something, just like as if I don't even know where I'm going. I know I'm saying it's like it's just lurking with some intentions, but that's what I'm trying to think of. It's hard to describe along with this kind of a process.
I see. Something feels strange about this area.
Yeah, just as I expected.
What? What is that?
A sign says, "Do not enter the area of laughter." I don't know what the fuck that means. That sounds like I'm making no sense about this kind of stuff like this.
That makes sense. Where does it want us to lead?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Something about this town just seems unnecessary. But I think that road leads you to the one area that I don't think we should go. I don't know if it's playtime or it's just some abandoned road that leads us to somewhere. I think we should check it out. I read this article one time where we were traveling around this abandoned area of Oklahoma. It's when the time I was walking around, and I started to feel like a sudden chill, like keeps crawling down to my skin, as if it's trying to feel the evil presence around the area. That's why I felt the same way when I was encountered by catnap. It ain't easy to be alive. Sometimes they've all been slaughtered by catnap.
Yeah, but I don't think Catnap usually lives here around Oklahoma. I think the only thing he lives here is at Playtime Co.
How did he escape? I mean, you knew catnap, right?
Of course I knew Catnap. What are you actually trying to say?
I said is this. I'm just saying is this. When was the last time you see catnap escape from the Playtime Co?
Back in 1987 when they tried... Back in 1994, I think. It's when they basically trying to do a test experiment outside, but it did work process correctly. And then it's gone backfired because Catnap escaped, and then he comes back like every single hour like a cat. You know how cats do when every time they go out walking everywhere in the afternoon, that's all they do.
That's their daily routine. Cats always walk around the streets and they come back like around hours or 2 hours like a clockwork. What are those down there?
What is it?
I'm not sure if I'm being irritated or whatnot, but I think this is one of those merchandise.
What kind of merchandise?
Smiling critters. Oh man. I think we're getting close. Do you think we found a factory? I don't know. I think we should find out. So, it's David again. Me, Daisy, and Gerald, we've been traveling through Oklahoma to see if we could find some suspects around. Truth be told, that I've basically been doing some daily research about what's going to happen. And it turns out that innocent about children that's been disappearing since like 2002 all the way back to 1997. And it seems obvious that something's very bad happened around the area with children and smiley critters. And truth be told, I found out the very good reason why me, Gerald, and Daisy has been discovering that we found out the tapes that leads to the connection to this Playtime Co. So we've been discovered that Catnap has been completely recalled from the Smiley Critters plushable collectibles, but yet we never know if it's truly there. I feel like every children have Catnap as their plush doll, and then suddenly have them experiencing a awakening nightmare, and it's so violent that it makes them terrified. Which is no wonder what happened to all these smiley critters. It's like as if they were slaughtered or hurt by Catnap. I'm pretty sure none of the children were saved by Catnap. So we're basically walking around in the forest to see if we could find some suspect. Well, lo and behold, we found some smiley critters merchandise that's been found on the floor while we're walking around. And we never know what we have. There are a bunch of kills that has been happening while we're traveling around. First Jason, now Henry. And there's some 2 people back there where we're traveling from Kansas. And yeah, it ain't easy to see what happened to Kansas. Kansas is just, it's a wasteland area that I heard he killed one of those 2 children, like Thomas and Mary. And the other ones, we traveling down all the way to Jacksonville, and we found out that I don't think we found anything suspicious, but I think we found a big, huge size catnap, which is basically walking around at night. So we travel roads some nights and some days. We stay at the hotel one time, and sometimes we stay at some creepy hotel that give us a weird vibes. But truth be told, I found this a very more disturbing. Because the person that says about, do you know anything about catnap? When I say that to him, then he knows catnap was always everywhere. He's like he's some cat with the big, huge eyes to glare at every single predators. Or should I say children? Like as if the catnap was like a lion was stalking at every single prey. The lions have no fear against those preys. It just needs to eat. I felt that same way ever since I had experiencing that same nightmare along with Gerald. Gerald experiencing the same thing, but I never know when that happens. It's very strange. It's hard to describe. So now we're here in Oklahoma to find something what's leading us to. Fellas?
What?
Is it just me? Did we stumble upon a house?
It is a house.
I mean, what is a house doing here in the middle of nowhere? It's not like Courage the Cowardly Dog, kind of a theory you had that report since last month. No, that was that was back in 2001. I reported that where is the House of Nowhere? Actually, why did I say nowhere? I mean, the only thing I reported that back in 2001, I just want to know where did that house in the middle of nowhere? Because I wanted to see Courage. I know you want to see Courage the Cowardly Dog, but most time you just need to understand it's just fiction cartoon.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. And speaking of it, why we're here in this area? Is there something that we need to deal with?
I don't know. I had a faint feeling that there's something inside this house. Might be had something. Let's go check it out, I guess. Oh, God. I could have sworn I heard the old man wheezing. I'm pretty sure it sounds like a man who's been, like, wheezing at his lungs, like he was coughing or something. That makes sense. Okay. I guess it makes sense. I don't know where all the Smiling Critters lead us to, but I think all the Smiling Critters merchandise leads us here to this house. So, let me see if I can go ahead and knock open the door. I know you're trying to do, kiddo, but most time, I found you a bit more trespassing. Sir, it's just we're not from here. I mean, I just came here just for some crazy things. I mean, me and my friends were just trying to deal with event happened about Catnap. Catnap? Yeah, you know Catnap, the purple cat? Do you know? Hello? Sorry, I've been dozing off lately. I just never know if someone can experience that same thing. Well, that's the point. It's just... Well, Daisy and Gerald have been experiencing it, but not me. I just had one nightmare, that's it. Is it... You have been experiencing the same thing as... This one time Catnap gets near you. It's like as if you're their next target. Theirs? Smiling Critters is the only reason why they want to play. Because they want to capture some other people. Like as if they want to have them to play with them. Something to play with. My name's Edward Gilman. I've been living here this house ever since the day when the Catnap incident. If you may not know, I was used to be one of the former kids who was love interest of Dog Day. Dog Day? Who's Dog Day? Dog Day is a former Smiling Critter. He's a leader. I know he's Orange Dog, but the fact is that's what Dog Day is. What is that, like a blue from Blue's Clues? No. He maybe look like it, but he's orange, not blue.
Huh. That makes sense.
Daisy, I never know the time has come.
Yeah. I never felt that same way too. Ever since when Gerald's been experiencing the nightmare.
You've been experiencing the nightmare? Yes, sir. Because I have been found that Catnap doll and I was using it because apparently though, I don't know what to do. The Catnap just like spying on me or something. Or does it always do that? All the Catnap dolls are basically the spies. The only reason why these Playtime Co. recall all the Smiling Critters Catnap doll because they know Catnap is not a safe toy to play with. it can lure you into its nightmare. So I see you've been experiencing that kind of stuff. I've been here living along in these roads in the forest. Most often I live in the forest because I'd rather be alone to see if catnap can lure me again. I don't think it hasn't yet. Catnap always been lurking around the entire forest. That's like it's their hiding spot. It's hiding spot? Yeah. It's their hiding spot. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of things to discuss about. Come inside. We got a lot of explaining to do. Explaining to do?
Yes, he said we got a lot of explaining to do because apparently he's going to tell us everything. He's going to question you. I know him for a long time.
How long do you know Daisy? 13 years ago. Back when the event happened of the incident of Hour of Joy. The incident of Hour of Joy? Have you not heard? Or did anybody tell you that?
Not really. I never told him that. Because David, he's a news reporter guy, and I'm like the same worker as him, but the fact is, he never been experiencing that kind of stuff. But no, he did not experiencing the same thing about the incident of Hour of Joy. I mean, you know what happened, right?
Of course. I lived here the entire years of my life. And I know things haven't been the easy since then. I've always been experiencing some bad situation like this all of my life. If you may not know, the Hour of Joy is when they do very much more strange and tremendous things to children. But you should know this already. There's something strange that you did not know about Playtime Co.
Like what?
Come inside.
I'm following in. For real? He'll explain you, David. Just come in.